Dylan. In July 2017, at Glacier View Ranch in Colorado, where thick forests stretch for miles, Dylan, a 19-year-old camp counselor and survival skills instructor, was getting ready for a quiet night under the stars. The camp sits in a remote area surrounded by the forests of Leaf Gold Valley, place known to be home to black bears that roam at night looking for food, especially in the summer when berries and other natural snacks are everywhere. Calm wilderness. The campers set up their tents and got ready for a calm night. Most of them chose to sleep inside their tents, but Dylan decided to sleep out in the open, a little away from everyone else, about 30 yards from the main camp building. He wrapped himself in his sleeping bag, lying on soft ground, head partly covered, body stretched out comfortably, eyes closed in deep sleep. A gentle breeze drifted through the trees, carrying the soft sounds of insects and the faint croaking of frogs from the nearby lake. Everything seemed peaceful, safe, and quiet. The sudden attack. At exactly 4 a.m., a fully grown black bear, around 125 pounds, emerged from the thick trees. Its dark fur shimmered under the moonlight, its small eyes glinting in the darkness, and its nose sniffed the air, searching for prey. It crept closer slowly, silently, until it reached Dylan, who was still fast asleep. In a single instant, the bear bit the back of his head. Its massive jaw pressed down on his skull while Dylan had no chance to wake up or understand what was happening. Dylan woke up in excruciating pain, which sources later described as a crunching sound, like bones grinding under the bear's teeth. His head was partially trapped in the bear's mouth, and the bite was the only thing he could feel in that moment of shock. The bear started dragging him away toward the forest, about 10 to 12 feet. Every step shook his body, his clothes stretched, and his hands hit the ground, grass, and branches. The fight to survive. Despite the pain and shocks, Dylan fought back. He hit the bear hard in the nose and eyes, yelled at the top of his lungs, trying to push it off his head and body. His screams woke up the other counselors, who rushed toward the scene with flashlights and sticks, stomping and shouting to scare the bear. The sudden noise and light confused the bear, and it gradually backed off, leaving Dylan bleeding on the ground, in the shadows of the nearby trees. Transport and treatment. Dylan was rushed to UC Health Hospital in Grand Junction. The deep wound at the back of his head was treated with 9 surgical staples. The injury was serious but not life-threatening. Doctors confirmed that the surrounding tissue was damaged, but Dylan survived miraculously. When he finally regained full consciousness at the hospital, Dylan was calm, almost shockingly so. He remembered everything. The sudden pressure on his skull, the sound of bones cracking, and the feeling of being dragged helplessly across the ground. Despite the trauma, Dylan wasn't angry or afraid. He told his family and friends that he didn't blame the bear. It was just doing what bears do. He even said he wouldn't stop sleeping outside, though he'd be more cautious from now on. Tracking the predator. The next morning, the camp notified the Colorado Parks and Wildlife. Traps were set around the area, and the bear responsible for the attack was located and later euthanized because it was considered a danger to humans. Honestly, I think this story says a lot. We often see nature as something peaceful and perfect, but it's not always gentle. It has its own balance and power. Dylan's experience was terrifying, but it taught him something important: to be more careful. The incident became a lesson for anyone who loves the wilderness, a reminder that nature isn't just beautiful and peaceful. Dylan gradually recovered, and although he still loves being outdoors, he's now far more cautious whenever he's in the wild. And maybe that's what true adventure really means: learning when to admire nature and when to step back.